From the McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jed Thomas, alongside my partner, Caden Kuhneman, as we get set for North Dakota high school volleyball action as the Shanley Deacons get ready to take on the Wahpeton Huskies. Well, folks, the volleyball season is getting into full swing here as the 1-9 Huskies go on the road against the 6-4 Deacons. This should be a pivotal game in conference play as both teams are looking to pick up some crucial points in the EDC. Caden, your thoughts here real quick before we get started.
Yeah, obviously a tough test for the Wahpeton Huskies headed on the road to Shanley. And they'll face a good Shanley volleyball team and, hopefully we have a good one here tonight.
Certainly could really use the win. It's been a bit of a slow start to the season for them. Shanley, meanwhile, looking to rebound from a tough loss to Cheyenne. Folks, it's looking like it should be a fantastic game. For now, we're going to have to send things down to the PA announcer, but don't go anywhere. Great night of volleyball coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you for cooperation in these matters. Also, the concession stand and restrooms are located south of the Gymnasium in the Commons area. At this time, I ask that you please rise, remove all headwear, and bow your heads as I will lead us in prayer in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Father of wisdom, power, and might, we thank you for this opportunity to be gathered here tonight. Be with us throughout this event and bless us. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans the grace to pursue excellence. We pray for the safety and well-being of these athletes and that you may be glorified in all that happens here tonight. We pray this through Jesus, your Son, by the power of the Holy Spirit, your God forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I ask that you please remain standing as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Your anthem tonight will be performed by Shanley sophomore Will Wadsworth. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare along thirsting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Don't go anywhere, folks. High school volleyball action is next after a brief word from our sponsors.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Beyond Boundaries Therapy Services, Butler Machinery, Ed's Marine, the Fargo Jet Center, First International Bank and Trust, Forum Communications, Haley's Hope, Hurley's Religious Goods, Luther Family Buick GMC, Master Construction, Moore Engineering, Network Center, Northern Improvement, Off the Wall Advertising, Robert Gibb and Sons, Sanford, Shields, Taxman, TCI Insurance, and Wolf Steel Construction.
And
Welcome back to high school volleyball here on Shanley TV. We're just a couple minutes away from getting this game going tonight between the Shanley Deacons and the Wahpeton Huskies. I'm, of course, Jed Thomas, joined by Caden Kuhneman here tonight as we're getting set for this big-time conference showdown. Again, between the 6-4 Deacons and the 1-9 Huskies. Obviously, the Huskies looking to turn things around here. A rough start to their season, still without a conference win. Shanley, meanwhile, off to a pretty solid start this year. However, like I said earlier, they're coming off a 3-0 beating by West Fargo Cheyenne. They're definitely looking to regain some momentum. Caden, what are your overall thoughts here, not just on tonight's game, but specifically on who some of the key players will be?
Yeah, I have 3 seniors here to watch here tonight. First of all, for Wahpeton, senior middle hitter Hannah Meyer is coming in at 6'2". For Shanley, we have senior Jordan Strope and senior Grace Meyer.
Absolutely, Caden. I think those are some names we're going to be calling a lot on that Wahpeton side of things. Hannah Meyer at 6'2". She's going to be really pivotal for the Wahpeton team in general because she's going to be going up against a very tough front court from the Deacons. Between Lander Fredericks and Paige McAllister, they're going to have a lot of pressure up front, and Meyer is going to have to do a lot for these Huskies to try and keep the pressure off going up against such great front court players from Shanley. On that Shanley side of things, like you said, Stroup and Meyer, both are just fantastic, kind of outside hitters. Really, Stroup can do whatever Shanley needs her to do, kind of their Swiss Army knife setter. She can play front court, she can do whatever they need, and so I think that's why we're going to be calling her name a lot tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of height here for the Deacons. I mean, Jordan Strope, Paige McAllister, Lander Fredericks, Natalie Heinrich. I mean, tough front court.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They've got very good height up there. They're going to be able to contest a lot of balls up there, get some good blocks, some good spikes, and they're going to need it going up against that 6'2 Meyer. They don't necessarily have 1 or 2 girls who are, super tall, but they got a lot of girls who are in a good height range, and that should help balance things out.
Going out to Kelly Schotzenbach, Shanley volleyball player. Happy birthday.
All right, so we're just mere seconds away from kicking this game off here in Shanley's homecoming week. Always a big game during homecoming week for all sports. We saw soccer in dominant fashion score a 5-0 win, I believe it was, over Fargo North. You saw that live on Shanley TV on Tuesday. The volleyball team, of course, tonight looking for a win as well. And then tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, you can tune in to see the Shanley football team try and get a win as well. They'll be playing Watford City. So a lot of good stuff here this homecoming week for Shanley.
That should be a fun one tomorrow, Jed.
Yeah. Well, Caden, you would know. You can tune in to see Caden Kuhneman there tomorrow night. So absolutely got to tune in for that. All right. Sam Pithy is back there to serve for the Huskies to start things off. And here we go as we got a low serve from Pithy. Just makes it over the net. And that little dribbler will find its way past Fredericks. Kind of tricked her there as it hit the net and lost some of its speed. Fredericks that time loses her footing trying to track down a difficult ball. Pithy just happy to get that one up and over the net. And here she goes again, another low serve. Manuel's there to take it. Stroup will put it up now, and then Payne will just push it over for the Deacons. Pithy receives. Klosterman on the far side. A spike saved by Manuel. Stroup now sets it up. Payne coming in from the side. That one's no good. Good response here from Wahpeton. Cross court spike, and it's good. There's a big kill for the Huskies to make it 2-0.
Good early start here for Wahpeton, hoping to gain some momentum.
Yeah, no doubt. Jameson's on that time. First attempt didn't work, but the second attempt, she's able to pick up the kill there. Looking to make it 3-0. Pithy puts this one a little shorter. Manuel's there once again. Stroup sets it up for Payne. Payne from a tough angle, able to get it over. Pithy now up the middle. That one's just bopped over by Meyer. Here's a set from Stroup. Fredericks lays the hammer down, but a good response by Wahpeton. But now we got a whistle and a point for the Deacons after a double hit. That's a tough double hit there for Wahpeton as they had some momentum going, and that will take, that'll take away from the momentum they had, kind of deflate them a bit. So Stroup is back to serve for Shanley. Mid-range serve taken by Pithy. Here's the set from Klosterman, and then a tap over by Meyer. Did it find its way in? No, it did not. Just outside. So Stroup is back there again as we're all knotted up now, 2-2. Stroup puts it low. Huskies able to respond. Pithy going to have to send it over, though, and it's just short. The ball from Pithy just could not find its way. I don't think she was expecting that one to be right there. The set didn't quite get enough on it. 3-2 now in favor of the Deacons. Straub's ball taken by Pithy, and that one is an ace for Straub. Pithy didn't have a chance that time. It went off her arms awkwardly, and no one could track it down for the Huskies.
There's some very accurate serves here by senior Jordan Straub, one of our players to watch here tonight.
Yeah, and that's not surprising, Caden. Like we said, she can play every position, and she can play every position pretty darn well. You're seeing that right now. Deep serve from Straub that time. Zark is there for Wahpeton. Here's the spike, and a beauty from the Huskies. Zahn was able to find an opening in the Shanley defense. Back to serve now is Jamison Zahn, the senior. We've called her name a lot so far. Here's Zahn. Mid-range serve. Heinrich takes it. Straub will set. Fredericks up the middle. That one's blocked. Manuel now over to Straub. And then on the near side, it's Matheson. That one won't go. Zahn sets the spike. Runs into the arms of some Deacons and falls out of bounds. Taylor Amble picks up the kill.
Zahn still serving.
Amble only 5'5", but still very effective in that front court. Zahn continues to serve. Heinrich receives. Here's Straub with the set, and then Payne on the far side tried to tap it over. That one wouldn't go. Fredericks will try as well. Zahn is there to take it. Now the set from Klosterman, and the kill for Amble. Make that 5-4 for Wahpeton.
Wahpeton came on hot here tonight for Shanley's homecoming volleyball match, and the 1-9 Huskies aren't looking too bad to start off.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Caden. They have really come out firing on all cylinders here. Jumped out to a quick lead. Shanley evened it up, but here's Wahpeton back once again with the 1-point lead. All right, there's Heinrich over to Straub. Now Matheson, that one partially blocked and then sent over by Amble. Giak able to get it. Straub fakes the set and gets the kill. That was a beauty from the senior.
That was a good play, highlight reel-esque there by Jordan Straub.
That's one of those experience plays you'll see from those juniors and seniors on any team. They can kind of sense when that defense is not expecting it. They were expecting the set there, and Straub knew it. Amble that time looking for the kill. That one won't go. Straub now over to Meyer. Ball from Meyer taken by Klosterman. Now Amble has that one blocked.
You'll see the Deacons rolling a lot of younger players. Even right now, you got sophomore Lander Fredericks, sophomore Megan Matheson, maybe even Paige McAllister, a freshman off the bench here tonight.
Yeah, one thing we've really seen from Shanley this year has been unbelievable depth, and they've used that to their advantage in most of their games. So there's Heinrich over to Straub. Fredericks up the middle looking for the kill. It's saved briefly by Pithy, but she couldn't keep it alive much longer. A good effort from Pithy. The rest of the Huskies, though, could not track it down. Payne will continue to serve now. It's a 7-5 lead for Shanley. Deep serve by Payne, and Zahn couldn't get it under control. So Payne will continue to serve now. Get some quick instructions from Coach Johnson, and now they're back to it as that ball's taken by Pithy, set from Klosterman. Amble fires one. It looked to be out of bounds. No, they'll say it's just in there. Close call. They give it to the Huskies. That makes it 8-6 now.
You know, Jed, I was excited to see how the Deacons responded after the 3-0 loss to West Fargo on Tuesday, but it looks like they're fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely, Caden. They've come out firing as well. It's been a good back and forth here between Shanley and Wahpeton. Amble serving low ball, and that'll go into the net for a point for Shanley. Tough break that time for the Huskies.
Haley Kleiman checking in. Also checking in number 8, Mariah Bird.
Kleiman and Bird will check in now for Shanley, and it's Kleiman back to serve. 9-6 is our score early on in this one. Deep serve by Kleiman. Huskies take it. Ball just finds its way over. Kleiman tracks it down, and now Giak sends it over. Here's the set by Klosterman. Over to the other Klosterman, and then that ball's pushed over. Kleiman's there once again. Straub will set. Spike from Matheson. Kept alive briefly, but not for long. The Deacons get another point. They'll make it 10-6.
Haley Kleiman still serving.
Lower serve this time from Kleiman. Pithy could not get it under control. There's an ace for the junior.
Deacons.
5-point lead now for Shanley. Kleiman continues to serve. Here's a set. Klosterman to Klosterman. And an absolute cannon that time from Madison Klosterman.
That's Reagan with the assist. Madison Klosterman with the kill. Serving number 6, Madison Klosterman.
So Klosterman's back to serve now. It's 11-7 Deacons. And that'll make it 12-7 as Klosterman's serve is out of bounds. And folks, we would like to apologize at this time. Our scoreboard does not appear to be working. We will try to get that fixed, though, and get it back online for you. In the meantime, it is 12-7 here in the first set. 12-7 in favor of the Deacons as Manuel serves that one. Ball sent over by Meyer. Kleiman takes it over to Manuel. Now to Meyer on the near side. Meyer gets it over for the Deacons. Put up in the air by Klosterman for Wahpeton. Pithy sends it over. Kleiman there. Stroup sets. Here comes Meyer with the kill attempt, and she gets it cross court.
Yeah, Grace Meyer's really one of those players. I mean, she played well last year, but really coming into fruition this year.
Yeah, Meyer certainly played well last year, Caden, but this year she's on a whole new level for Shanley, really stepping up. Lower serve by Manuel. Zahn is there, the fake set. What a save from Manuel! That ball from Stroup is blocked. Manuel there once again. Here's Amble, now over to Klosterman. Back all the way across, quick tap. Kleiman, did she save it? Yes, but not for long. Gilbertson gets the kill.
Assist by Reagan Klosterman.
13-8 now our score. The ball will go back over to the Huskies. Reagan Klosterman is serving now. Kleiman took that one. Stroup with the set. It was in a tough position, though, and Bird just could not quite get to that one. Tough spot. So Reagan Klosterman's back there once again. 4-point lead for Shanley. Low serve Klosterman. Kleiman takes it. Tough spot for Stroup. Tried to tap it over. It was blocked. Stroup will set it up again. Now here's Manuel with the kill attempt. Pithy took it. Might have been headed out of bounds. And Zahn will send it over now. Giak receives. Stroup with the set. Meyer with the spike. More of a tap, really, but we got a whistle and a violation against the Deacons that will give that point over to Wahpeton.
A lot of energy here on the Wahpeton bench on this run, coached by Addie Ventura.
Yep. No, absolutely, Caden. This has been a big run for Wahpeton, and like you said, you can see that in the way their energy has gone up here. Low ball from Klosterman that time. That will hurt, though. That really drains some of the energy from Wahpeton.
That's been one of their issues so far in this game, is not getting those serves over.
Absolutely. It's really kind of deflated them on multiple occasions. So here's Giak serving for Shanley. Deep ball. That one put up in the air by Amble. Klosterman gets it over. Kleiman takes it. Stroup sets. A little tap from Payne and the kill. And Stroup really piling up the assists here early on. 15-10. Low serve from Giak. Gilbertson was there. Klosterman tapped it over. Manuel saved it for a second, but the Deacons could not keep it going. 15-11 now as Carly Zark is back to serve. Here is Zark now for Wahpeton. Giak with the great dig. Stroup with a beautiful save as well, and Payne gets it over. Pithy up to Klosterman. Quick set, little tap blocked partially. And now Stroup will set to Payne. That ball blocked at the line. It's still kept alive, though. Manuel, not for long. Wahpeton gets the point. Hard-fought point there, Caden, but a huge one there for Wahpeton to win.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good block there by Gilbertson. Keep the rally alive.
And just like that, we talked about those serves, Caden. Zark puts one into the net, and there goes the energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Wahpeton, I mean, they really just got to get back to the fundamentals here if they want to stay in this one with the 6-4 Deacons.
For sure, they're really kind of beating themselves right now with some of those mental mistakes. So Natalie Heinrich, another senior, back serve for the Deacons, and just as we were talking about Wahpeton, yeah, Heinrich puts one into the net as well, so that's a good break for the visitors. So Sam Pithy is back to serve now. High ball from Pithy. Great save there by Manuel. The set and then the spike from Fredericks. Too much on that one for the sophomore.
A little strong there by Landon Fredericks.
She's looked good so far. That time, though, just got a little wild. Manuel there to take that one. Stroup with the big-time kill. And that's a huge point for Shanley there to get some control back in this game.
Yeah, big week for Jordan Strobe. Not only did she show up in the Powder Puff game today, but she is also the homecoming queen here for the Deacons.
Yeah, no kidding. A huge week there for the senior. And now here she is on the serve. Pithy was there to take it, but it'll take an unfortunate bounce off her arms and out of bounds.
Another nice service, 18-14 Deacons.
And that ball from Straub is going to be an ace. Straub continues this run. And what a great run it is here for Shanley. Straub once again, she'll put it short. She found a hole in the defense. A beautiful save that time, though, by Jamison Zahn. If she didn't get there, that was an assured point for the Deacons.
I know that one thing these Deacons pride themselves on is their attitude and their hustle. I mean, you'll see a lot of girls on the floor diving after balls, and you really got to credit that to Coach Daly.
Yeah, absolutely. As Zahn now puts this one a little short. Giak with a nice save. Straub taps it over. Zark will keep it alive, though. Gilbertson now over to Klosterman. Payne receives. Straub sets. Frederick spikes. Blocked at the line. Second attempt is good for the kill.
Deacons, Chris Meyer checking back in, serving number 5, Randy Payne.
Meyer will come back in as Payne is now back to serve. Deep ball there by Payne, but we got a whistle.
Violation.
And a violation against Wahpeton will cost him that point before it could even get started. It's a good break for the Deacons. Tough, though, for Wahpeton here, as Shanley's now only 4 points away from taking this first game. Payne on the serve once again. Awkward ball, but kept alive, and Klosterman puts it into the net, though. Another slip up there that will cost the Huskies, as Riley Payne will continue to serve, just 3 points away from victory here in the first game. Here's the set, and now a quick tap there from Zahn, and Jamison Zahn really having herself a game here.
It was a great play by Zahn there, finessing the ball into the zone where the Deacons weren't.
And that's the second or third time we've seen her, kind of pull out of the bag of tricks. We've seen her with a few creative plays.
Taylor Amble here serving. Her last serve went to the net.
See if she can turn it around, and a bit of an overcorrection that time for Amble. That's unfortunate. She's clearly trying to, adjust for what happened earlier and just goes a little too far in the other direction.
Yeah, the Wahpeton Huskies, they have a talented young team here, but they're searching for some fundamentals and some experience, and I think by the end of the year we'll see a lot of improvements.
Yeah, just a few too many errors so far as Zahn will set. Gilbertson taps it over. Meyer is there. Now the set by Straub. Matheson looking for the kill. Good save by Pithy. Up high in the rafters. Set from Klosterman. Tough spot. Zahn gets it over. Now here's Giak up to Straub. Incoming Meyer looking for the kill. Pithy kept it alive, but it falls for the Deacons. That'll make it 24-16 and game point. Kleiman now serving, the junior, definitely who you want in this situation. She's proven to be a capable server for the Deacons this season. And now a quick fake set. Straub not fooled. Here's the set by Kleiman. Over to Matheson looking for the kill. Just out of bounds, and Wahpeton stays alive. And so Madison Klosterman is back to serve now. Meyer will check back in. Short serve by Klosterman. Giak just keeps it alive. Straub as well. What a save by the Deacons. Ball sent right back over. Meyer looking for the kill. Good save. Huskies keep it alive. But a double hit.
For the Deacons.
That does it. Shanley takes game number 1 off the double hit. And so an attempt at a rally there towards the end of game number 1, but Shanley walks away with the win here in this first set.
Yeah, close first set, back and forth to start, and I'm excited to see how Wahpeton will respond here after getting down 1-0.
Overall, Caden, I'd say that was a pretty good start here for Wahpeton. They're on the road as underdogs at 1-9. The game started really close. It was only towards the end where the separation got a little bigger.
Yeah, and it was just the lack of fundamentals for the Wahpeton Huskies. Some early mistakes on serves or hitting out of bounds, whatnot. So, if they can adjust those things here in between sets, then I think that, they could have a chance here in the second.
Yeah, no doubt. There were a lot of mistakes, but there's certainly ones that they can correct from game 1 to game 2, and no doubt that's what they'll try to do here. Folks, we do have a little bit of a break right now between games 1 and 2, so we want to take a minute to remind you that Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathletic.club.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you're not one already. It's easy to become a member, and anyone can join. So sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. And so, Caden, like we said, a good first set win for Shanley. Unfortunate mistakes for Wahpeton. What adjustments do you see Wahpeton making other than just trying to sort out some of those mistakes?
I mean, obviously, it's always hard to come into McCormick Gymnasium. I mean, an electric atmosphere here for volleyball. Student section's getting rowdy, and I mean, their coaches, they have a lot of young talent. So, I mean, their Coach Addy Ventura just needs to kind of calm down the girls, I think, and, get them to play to the best of their ability.
Yeah, for sure. I think we'll see, I don't think we'll see too much of an adjustment in the game plan necessarily. I think we're just going to see Wahpeton try and settle down a bit more. Maybe it just took that first game for them to kind of get into a groove. And if that's all it takes, then we might see a much closer second game here. We might see him come out with a win here in this second set.
Yeah, a couple Shanley seniors have just stepped up so far this season. I mean, after losing like seniors such as Sierra Berg and Julia Vetter, who went up to play at UND. I mean, people like Grace Meyer, Jordan Strope, even like younger classmen such as Lander Fredericks have just really come into a role on this team, and I mean, they're starting to hit their stride.
Yeah, no doubt that we've seen a lot of seniors step up, a lot of different players. Again, we talked about the depth, the number of players that they can plug in, and it seems to be a really seamless transition when they do. Like you talked about, Vetter was such an important member of that backcourt, but we've seen a lot of girls. We've seen Giak, Heinrich, Kleiman, all three different girls who've come up and stepped into that role in the backcourt. And up front, Lander Fredericks and Paige McAllister are two girls who really stepped into that whole Berg left. And so it's been a pretty seamless transition for Shanley. We're about set for game number 2 now. Wahpeton going to look to even things up at 1 game apiece. The Deacons, meanwhile, look to go up 2-0. Crowd continues to get more and more into it. Like you said, Caden, it's a tough environment, especially during homecoming week. Certainly drawing larger crowds and more rowdy crowds for the Deacons. Perhaps it was just 1 set that Wahpeton needed to get settled in. We might see them make the proper adjustments here in a hostile environment. So Heinrich is back to serve to start off this second set for Shanley. And there she goes. High serve taken that time by Pithy. Here's the set, and then the spike on the outside wouldn't go for Zahn. Heinrich now able to get over to Payne, and Payne finds the hole in the defense.
Great spike there by junior Riley Payne.
Payne, one of those girls, Payne, Meyer, Stroup. There's a whole bunch of them that can really step in there. Matheson as well. They're really good at racking up the kills for Shanley. So Heinrich will go back there to serve again. Again, folks, we want to apologize for our scoreboard-related technical issues. We're not quite sure what's going on there, but we're hoping to get it sorted out as soon as possible. As that serve goes out of bounds, so it is 1-1 now in this second set. So Jamison Zahn is back to serve. The senior has been one of, if not Wahpeton's best players so far. She's done a lot of good things here for Wahpeton as Manuel gets the dig on that one. Here's the set, and then the kill attempt from Fredericks will go. Great job there by Lander Fredericks, a girl we were just talking about. She's another one that'll rack up the kills.
Serving, Jordan Stroup.
Stroup is back to serve for Shanley. She put together a couple nice runs early on. There's a low serve. Pithy receives. Here's the set, and then the spike from Klosterman into the net, but that'll be a double hit. That'll make it 3-1 now in favor of Shanley. Stroup continues to serve. Pithy takes it. Little tap up that time by Klosterman. Stroup sets, Matheson spikes, blocked partially, but it falls in. Big kill there for Megan Matheson. 4-1 now in favor of Shanley. Great start here for the Deacons in this second set.
Yeah, absolutely, 4-1 here.
And now there goes Stroup again. Pithy is there. And then Amble on the outside couldn't get it to go, and this is a rough start to
Yeah, and
set
the
number
Wahpeton
2.
Huskies just, I mean, they keep making those mistakes that they made in the first set, and I mean, if they keep doing that, the Deacons will roll here in the second game.
Yeah, and I really felt they needed a good start here in this second set. They had a good start in set number 1, but that's not the case so far, and if they can't turn it around quick, Shanley might really start to put the heat on, as now that ball will go out of bounds.
I mean, and you look at some of the injuries that the Deacons have had, such as like Hadley Huber getting hurt in the offseason. I mean, they're young, they're talented, and I mean, this year, I mean, they have high hopes, but obviously next year, I mean, with all the young talent.
Yes, certainly that speaks to the youth and the depth of this team to have a player like Huber out for the season here and still be playing at the level they are. And, you know, Caden, now we saw Wahpeton take a timeout, and I'm not surprised by that. Down 6-1, a good start is just so crucial in these games. I think this was a really good use of a timeout by Wahpeton.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of gets you wondering, like, what they're talking about. I mean, obviously their coach, an experienced coach, is trying to calm them down. But these girls just, I mean, they really just have to stop making the fundamental mistakes and just get back to playing good volleyball.
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, you talk about what are they saying in there. I think for the most part it's going to be about calming the nerves. Again, I don't think there's many game plan adjustments you can make if you're Wahpeton, because most of what's been going wrong has been pretty basic stuff that they're just not executing properly. 6-1 our score here, fresh out of that timeout. Here goes Stroup. Low ball, just scrapes over the net. Makes it over on the first hit there by Wahpeton. Zahn will send it over now. Stroup receives. Heinrich going to set it up. Here comes Matheson looking for the kill. And she finds her spot. Not the way you want to start there if you're Wahpeton coming out of timeout.
Yeah, great kill by Megan Matheson.
You really want to try and win that first point out of a timeout. Stroup continuing. A little miscommunication maybe in that Wahpeton backcourt. No harm, no foul, though, as Fredericks loads up and gets the kill. Lander Fredericks just lowering the boom that time.
It's 8-1 Deacons here in the second.
Deep serve by Stroup. I think that just found its way in. Yes, it did. The ace for the senior, and Stroup continuing this blistering run for Shanley.
Yeah, two different tales here for both teams. I mean, obviously Deacons are playing loose. They're having fun. Wahpeton just looks frustrated right now.
And it's hard to blame him here with such a difficult start as Stroup, ace number 2. And boy, as this run goes on, Stroup and really this whole Deacon team just keeps getting better and better, Caden.
Absolutely. I mean, I hate to say I told you so, but Jordan Stroup was one of our players to watch here tonight.
Very true, Caden. Such an insightful volleyball mind you are.
Thank you, thank you.
Pithy receives, Zahn sets the spike from Klosterman, too strong, make that 11-1. Shanley just continuing this run of dominance now, as we'll have a substitution for Wahpeton. Zart gonna check out, Gilbertson gonna check in. Stroup put that one pretty far back, and it just went out of bounds. She was trying to get yet another ace there, and it was just by a few inches, but it was, in fact, out of bounds. And maybe that's okay, Caden. I think her arm might have been getting a little fatigued after all those.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, she tried to paint the line there a little long, but, I mean, the Deacons get back into a groove here.
A little flurry at the line there. The Deacons wanted a call perhaps for a violation. Stroup is having a little conference with the referee there.
That was a good play by Klosterman there.
Yeah, good play at the line there, trying to get back some control up front. As Amble is serving, that ball's a little wild. Stroup gets it over to Matheson, and Matheson puts it too deep. And now Shanley got to be a little careful here. Can't get too sloppy. You know, they had a good start in this set, but you can't get too comfortable because Wahpeton now is starting to get some points back. Lower serve from Amble, another awkward reception by the Deacons. Fredericks put that one down. Pithy is there to save it. Here's Amble, and it's into the net. 12-4, and Shanley will regain control here. Giac's ball, taking that time by Amble. There's the set, and then a great ball that time by Zahn. Even better save, though, for Straub. Set from Giak, and then Matheson with the spike. It's kept in play by Amble. Set by Klosterman. Zahn just pushes it over. Giak takes it. Straub will set. On the far side, it's Meyer looking for the kill. Blocked at the line. Kept alive by Klosterman. The set, Klosterman with the spike, and the kill.
Yeah, Maddie Klosterman playing a well second game here, trying to get the Wahpeton Huskies back into it. I mean, she's a senior. She's 6 foot, big middle hitter. I mean, really trying to do everything she can to get her team back into this game.
Yeah, they're really starting to regain some of that control they had at the net in the first game, and that's going a long way as Meyer just gets it over. Here's the set by Klosterman, then the spike from Meyer. That's Wahpeton's Meyer, and it's too strong that time.
13-5 here for Shanley.
So Kleiman is back to serve now. 13-5 in favor of the Deacons. Shorter serve, taken by Amble, set by Klosterman. The spike from Gilbertson, and I believe that was outside the antenna. And so heads-up play there by the Deacons. They just let it fall. It would have been out of bounds anyway. 14-5, low serve by Kleiman. Just finds its way over. Klosterman back to Amble. Just got it over. Giak couldn't save it, though.
Yeah, good hustle there by Haley Giak. I mean, the Wahpeton Huskies trying to get themselves back into it. 14-6 here for Shanley.
Good for Wahpeton. Good to see that they're just winning some points here and there. Not letting Shanley get back on another run like they had to start. Serve from Klosterman, taken by Kleiman, set by Strout. Matheson for the kill, and it's into the net. A rare mental error that time by the Deacons. Klosterman will continue to serve as Shanley leads 14-7. High serve and a short serve. Meyer takes it. Set by Straub. McAllister at the line. That one's kept alive by Wahpeton. On the far side, it was Zahn. Did she get it in? Yes, she did. And here's Wahpeton starting to creep back into it.
Klosterman still serving.
Klosterman going to put this one up high as well. Straub tried to set, and that one just ends up out of bounds. And suddenly, Caden, the Deacons look a little bit out of sorts. And, yeah, that's a smart timeout, I think, by Shanley.
Yeah, timeout by Coach Johnson. I mean, he's trying to talk some, fundamentals into the girls here, just get their minds back into it.
Yeah, they're having a lot of the same problems we saw from Wahpeton to start this game off. And still a good lead here, up 14-9. You're up 5 points, but you definitely want to be in a bit better control right now. They've just had too many mental errors.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the best run there by Shanley, but I mean, you got to give some credit to Wahpeton too for getting back into it.
Yeah, they've done a much better job competing here over the last few points. Well, we have a quick break here, folks. Don't forget that you can connect with Shanley TV on social media. Get the latest updates about Shanley sports teams, plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV. Follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV, and follow us on Instagram once again at ShanleyTV.
Speaking of upcoming broadcasts, just one more plug-in for the football game tomorrow night.
Absolutely. 6 o'clock, the big homecoming football game. Don't miss it, folks. Should be a good one. Klosterman puts it deep. Giak could not keep it going. Good sign for Wahpeton out of the timeout. An ace that time for Reagan Klosterman, who's on a great run right now serving.
Yeah, 14-10 here for the Deacons.
Lower serve that time. Giak's there. Strout now over to Matheson. Matheson gets it over. Was it in? No, it was not.
You look at a lot of these Shanley hits just going long here, Jed. I don't know whether it's, just lack of concentration or what's going on here for Shanley.
Yeah, they've looked a little undisciplined over the last few points. You would hope that they could get back into the swing of things out of that timeout, but so far that's not the case as Giak takes this one. Kleiman tries to track it down, but it was just too far out. Another ace, and it's now 14-12. Caden, what a turnaround here in this second set.
Yeah, no kidding, under 14-12 here. Shanley's up by 2. I mean, Wahpeton's just kind of getting into it as Grace Meyer returns the serve.
Straub will push it over. Klosterman's there. Here's the set by Zahn. Now on the near side, it's just going to be a little push from Gilbertson. Kleiman going to set it up for Meyer. Meyer trying to go cross court. Big time kill by the senior.
Yeah, that's just a great shot by Grace Meyer.
They needed that desperately. That was huge. That's when you need your seniors to step up, and that's what they did. Olivia Manuel, the southpaw, back to serve. Deep serve that time by Manuel. Klosterman going to set it up. Here's Zahn just pushing it over. Meyer is there. Straub will set. Meyer going to go for the kill. Excellent save that time by Klosterman. This one's pushed over. Kleiman is there. Straub will push. And Pithy probably shouldn't have played that one. It was a tough call. She reaches the arm out almost instinctively. I think if she had let it go, though, it might have been out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked close.
Now we got another discussion going here.
Dispute.
And we've had a couple conversations going on between the referees over the last few points.
Yeah, our referees will gather here.
Quick little conference at midcourt. We'll see what this is all about. My guess is they're discussing this last point. I don't think it's related to anything else they were talking about earlier. Like I said, there have been some other discussions, but this seems specific. And the point will go to Wahpeton, as I think we have a violation in regards to the antenna. I think that ball was just outside, perhaps, and that's what did it. And that's a pretty big point there, Caden, to go from Shanley over to Wahpeton. That helps regain some of the momentum Wahpeton had going.
Yeah, absolutely. As Carly Zarek comes in to serve, it makes it a 2-point game. Maybe gives them some momentum. We'll see how the Wahpeton can take that momentum and hopefully get on a run here.
And we've still got a bit of a delay here.
Yeah, there's still some confusion.
All right, looks like we're set to go now as Zark is back to serve. And there's a serve from Zark. Good return by Kleiman. Wahpeton tried to put it right back. Amble that time just could not get it down. Well, too far down that time, actually, as it goes into her own net.
Yeah, and you'll see Paige McAllister in for the Deacons, number 20, making her first appearance tonight. She's only a freshman.
And that serve from Meyer is too deep. She got the big kill for him a few points ago, but the serve just not quite on point.
Yeah, 16-14 now for Shanley.
Pithy's serve taken by Manuel. Set by Straub. Spike for McAllister. Blocked at the line. Kleiman saves it. Gioch now up front to McAllister. McAllister's attempt no good. Zark up to Klosterman. That one's blocked. Push over. Gioch's there. Straub will set. Kleiman descended over. She got it there. Zark couldn't get to it, and there's a kill for the Deacons.
Yeah, just speaking of players that have made a big role, made a big impact this year. Really coming to fruition. Haley Kleiman's one of them. She's really stepped up. Now a starter for the Deacons, and she's been playing well here tonight.
Yeah, and what's been impressive about that has been the lack of varsity experience prior to this year. She's really stepped in and looked like she's been starting for a long time now, as the Deacons will get an ace here from Natalie Heinrich. And there's another one of those players that stepped up well in the backcourt.
Yeah, absolutely. Deacons are out by 4.
Trying to regain that form they had at the start of this set. Short serve by Heinrich, and another ace.
So impressive serving here by Natalie Heinrich.
Yeah, that was her second ace in a row. As it's now 19-14, 5-point lead for the home team. Another short serve. Zark is there to get it. Klosterman's ball blocked at the line. Zark able to keep this one in play. They're going to have to send it over now. It's Zahn. Heinrich receives. Straub will set. Fredericks with the spike. It's blocked. Straub kept it alive. Fredericks tries again. Amble was there. Ball put up by Klosterman. Zark will send it over.
Free ball here for the Deacons.
In comes Heinrich. Over to Straub. Straub was trying to set, but it made its way over the net. Straub will set again. Now here's Payne. Payne's ball saved briefly, but it winds up out of bounds, and it's a kill for Riley Payne.
Good volley, but Deacons now up by 6.
Yeah, that was a big point. Very back and forth, but it's Shanley who comes away with it. Now they're 5 points away from taking it, game number 2.
You'll see here that the Wahpeton Huskies kind of have a, you'd say like a shift on Natalie Heinrich as she's serving.
Pithy receives. Klosterman sets. Zahn spikes and just gets it in there.
It's just a clutch shot by Zahn there.
And yeah, Caden, like you said, Wahpeton looked to be adjusting a bit to the way Heinrich was serving, and it pays off that time as Zahn picks up the kill for him. Ball from Zahn, taken by Giak. Straub just taps it over. Pithy with a beautiful save, though. Amble got it over. Bit of a miscue there from Heinrich, but kept alive nicely. Set by Klosterman. Amble spikes too strong that time. And it's a point for Shanley, now 21-15.
Matheson checking in, serving number 2, Jordan Straub.
Megan Matheson now in for Olivia Manuel.
Pithy receives, and that's going to be an ace for Straub. Pithy just took it from a bad angle that time. Straub serving again. Was that one in? Yes, it was. Another ace for Straub. Man, what a night she's had serving the ball, Caden.
Yeah, she's just fun to watch out there. I mean, serves are accurate. She can play both front court and back court. And, you know, I'm excited to see what the rest of the season has in store.
Deeper serve that time by Straub. Pithy took it, though. Klosterman pushes it over. Straub with a great save. Giak puts it up. Now here's Matheson. Ball on point by Matheson. Pithy is there. Klosterman sets. Amble tries to get it over. It's blocked at the line, though. Matheson and Fredericks combined. Straub saves that one. Fredericks taps it over. Right there, though, was Zark. Over to Klosterman, over to Amble. Ball tipped at the line. Saved by Giak. Payne is there as well. Straub got it over. Bounces on the net and goes down for the Deacon point.
That's a great hustle by the Deacons. I mean, great volley. The Deacons just execute at the end.
They're up 8 points now, and this is game point. Here's Straub, low ball that time. Klosterman receives over to Zahn, back to Klosterman, tipped at the line. Heinrich was there, but just an inch or two short, and Wahpeton stays alive.
Yeah, good response by the Huskies, but it might take a little more than that here in game 2. Taylor Amble serving for the Huskies. She had some struggles early.
Let's see if she's got them sorted out here. Every point now going to be very important as the next Deacon point wins it. Fredericks looking to pick it up right now. Klosterman has it now. Gilbertson sends it over. Giak takes it for Shanley. Straub all the way across over to Payne. Payne's ball taken by Amble. Klosterman over to Klosterman. Now back to Heinrich for Shanley. Straub with the set for Matheson. Her ball into the net. Wahpeton continues to stay alive. Low ball from Amble, and an unfortunate break there for Wahpeton, as that will do it in this second set. A valiant effort, though, almost came back in game number 2 there.
Yeah, closer game in game 2. Hopefully, you know, game 3 can go well for them. Shanley, though, they're playing some good volleyball.
Yeah, absolutely. The unfortunate thing for Wahpeton there in set 2, Caden, you know, was just how slow they started. If they could have started it more like they did in that first set, you know, that could have been their game. They just got off to such a slow start there. Evened it up in the middle, you know, got pretty close, but then just couldn't sustain that. And so it's a tough break. It takes some of the air out of it, you know, out of the game if you're Wahpeton.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, at the end of the first set, we talked about some of just the fundamental mistakes, the lack of, lack of concentration, if you may. And the second game, I mean, they got better, but still some of those miscues and, I mean, at crucial points too. And so we'll see here in this third game if they can finally tune those things up, make some adjustments, and maybe give the Deacons a run for their money.
Yeah, they cleaned it up there for a time, but, you know, it would make sense there at the end that they're kind of doomed there by the bad serve. It's because just like we talked about, you know, with those errors. But still, they got another game here to try and stay alive, and they seem to be improving, you know, from set to set, at least in some regards. So let's see if they can't put it all together here in this next set.
I mean, this is when, I mean, if you're Wahpeton, you need some of your leaders to step up, and you need I mean, the coaches can do what they may, and I mean, that goes in any sport. You know, they can coach as much as they want, but it really comes down to your captains, your leaders on your team to push each other and to, you know, try to get game out of this.
All right, well, we'll see if Wahpeton has what it takes here in a crucial third set. For now, though, folks, we would like to remind you one more time that Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathletic.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you're not one already. It's easy to become a member and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon Athletics to a higher level. A little over a minute left before we kick off set number 3. And Caden, who really stood out to you for both those teams in that second set?
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously Maddie Cloisterman, she tried to do what she may there in that second set. But for the Deacons, it was obviously Jordan Strope. I mean, she's playing a great game here tonight and has been all season.
Yeah, I'd say all game long it's been Strout for Shanley. Meyer's been in on some crucial points as well. And then, yeah, like you said, both Cloistermans, Maddie and Reagan, have been very effective. Reagan Cloisterman in that last set especially was fantastic for him serving. Also, Jamison Zahn has been a really crucial player for the Huskies as well. She's been good there up front. And so, both teams taking the court again. Shanley looking to put together the clean sweep. Wahpeton just trying to stay alive, though. And so just seconds away now from getting started as the Deacons look to get set now. Wahpeton appears to have all their personnel out there, and now Shanley does as well. Both teams getting their lineups in, getting them set. Referee will confirm that right now.
Yeah, both liberos will come in. Sam Pithy for Wahpeton and Haley Geock for Shanley.
Yeah, Geock's been an effective player for Shanley, and Pithy as well has been in there in a pretty strong defensive role for Wahpeton. And it will be Pithy back to serve to start things off for the Huskies. So here's Pithy on the serve. Manuel will take it. Strout puts it up. Now Payne with the spike. Pithy is there. Cloisterman sets. Zahn with the spike attempt. Heinrich there for the Deacons. Strout just pushes over on the fake set. Huskies not fooled. They get set. Fredericks blocks. Great job by Payne to keep it alive. Fredericks is denied. Manuel over to Payne. And Heinrich tried to tap it over. Just could not quite clear.
Good to get the first point of the set here for the Huskies, but, I mean, Olivia Manuel, she's just fun to watch out there, hustling around. She's always diving on the floor.
It is truly incredible how often she's able to get to those balls that look like they're for sure lost. She somehow gets an arm underneath them. That is just an incredible skill defensively for Shanley. She's such an asset. As Lander Fredericks will now get the kill to even things up for Shanley. It's going to be crucial here for Wahpeton to get off to a good start in this set. You know, tied up 1-1 here. They cannot let Shanley jump out to a big lead again. That'll be important. Tall serve that time by Stroup. Set, and then the spike is blocked. Lander Fredericks gets up there to deny that one for Shanley.
Yeah, Jed, it's exciting to see Kate Olsen get some minutes here. I mean, not a girl that gets a lot of varsity time, but she's a big leader on the team, and hopefully she can perform well here in the Game 3.
Yes, Olsen, another member of this really deep Shanley team that, as you said, doesn't get maybe quite as many minutes, but is another player who can really step up when called upon, as we're now evened up 2-2. Zahn back there serving for Wahpeton. Heinrich takes this one. Stroup gonna set, and then there's Payne on the far side. Payne's ball taken by Pithy. Set, Amble gets it over. Stroup now to Olsen, looking for the kill, and she'll get it.
Just as we talk about it, it's a great kill by Kate Olsen.
3-2 now, as Meyer will check in. Geock will head off, and Payne will serve. Long serve that time by Payne, but a violation against Wahpeton will cost them that point before it could even be played. So 4-2 now in favor of Shanley, as Payne will continue to serve. I think Wahpeton might have been out of rotation there. I'm not positive. As we got a deep serve by Payne. Zahn will put it up in the air. Cloisterman on the far side. Into the net, though. Make that 5-2 Shanley.
Point Deacons, O'Reilly Kane still serving.
Payne will continue to serve here. Another member of this Deacon team, she's a lot like Stroup, plays similar positions, also a very strong server for Shanley, as Heinrich takes that one. Stroup sets. The spike from Meyer was deflected at the line. Oh no, they will give that one to Wahpeton.
as it went out of bounds. So now in for Wahpeton, number 15, Kylie Storo. I mean, as we approach about the halfway point here in this volleyball season, the Deacons really seem to be hitting their stride. I mean, came short of a state tournament last year, but, I mean, high hopes for this team.
Yeah, no doubt, and like we talked about earlier, this game has really been crucial for them to regain some confidence, as Olsen will get another kill. This has been important for them to regain some confidence after a tough loss to West Fargo Cheyenne, 3-0.
Megan Matheson checking in. Kleiman will serve. Taylor Amble checking in for the Huskies.
Amble checks in for Wahpeton, Kleiman checks in for Shanley, and she'll go back to serve. 6-3 in favor of the Deacons. Ball from Kleiman, low. Pithy's there. Klosterman fakes the set, gets it over. Straub saved it. A little too long, though, that time. Meyer couldn't reach.
Yeah, that'll make it 6-4 here for the Deacons.
Huskies checking in. Ellie LaHaze. Also Hannah Meyer coming back in. Ellie LaHaze will serve.
LaHaye's in there now for Wahpeton, and she's back to serve. It's 6-4. Long ball by LaHaze. Giac takes it. Straub taps it up, trying to get the set there for Meyer. And that one just doesn't quite work out. Straub that time probably just needed to tap it over. A little too far forward to try and set. Short ball. Kleiman's there to get it. Straub now to Matheson. Matheson, I think, maybe whiffed on that one a little bit, but it worked out for her. She had the right aim, though, as, you know, even if she didn't, you know, whiff or not, there was no one there around to defend it. Manuel now will serve for Shanley. Another one of their really strong servers. Deep ball by Manuel. Zahn takes it. Klosterman all the way across now. Whistle and a point for Wahpeton as we have a violation against the Deacons. Looks like a double hit.
Yeah, Wahpeton's playing this one close, 7-6 already in the game 3. For the Deacons, I mean, they just got to keep serving the way they have, make plays when the ball is hit to them, and, I mean, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, Shanley's just got to be careful here not to get, you know, too complacent. Can't get too comfortable. Ball off the fingertips of Manuel, tracked down by Kleiman, sent over by Straub. Amble's there to take it. Klosterman now will set. The spike blocked, kept alive though. Good play by Gilbertson. Gilbertson looking for the kill. Too strong though. Out of bounds and a point for the Deacons.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Olivia Manuel serving, I think she's one of the players on this Deacon team that sometimes gets overlooked due to their height. And, I mean, she's an underclassman, a junior. And, I mean, the southpaw is kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, certainly I think the best facet of her game is her defense, and obviously not the most glamorous part of volleyball, so that could be, you know, why there's a tendency to get overlooked. But I really have not seen anyone who has that same knack to, you know, find the ball and get an arm underneath it and keep it alive like Manuel does.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a point for the Deacons there, so it's 9-6 now in favor of Shanley. Beauty of a kill, though, splits the defense. Zahn again was there to get the kill for Wahpeton.
Carly Zarek into the Huskies. Zarek serving.
Zarek now serving for the Huskies.
Another senior here for Wahpeton, and that one's a little too strong. Well played by the Shanley backcourt, letting it go over their heads. Fredericks and Heinrich will check in. And it'll be Heinrich back there to serve. Deep ball by Heinrich. Pithy is there. Here's the set by Klosterman. A little tap at the net. Won't go.
And that'll make it 11-7 here for the Deacons.
That ball was outside the antenna. So it's a 4-point lead for Shanley. Heinrich is back to serve. Lower ball this time by Heinrich. Pithy's there. Klosterman sets. And just a little tap up the gut that time. Payne is there, and Straub saw a big hole in the defense that time.
Yeah, veteran play there by Straub. Just taking it and hitting it when she saw void in the defense as Natalie Heinrich will serve.
Deep ball from Heinrich. Pithy plays it. Might have been a good one to let go. Nonetheless, Amble sends it over now. Heinrich is there. Straub will set. Fredericks for the kill.
Jed, Fredericks is a good volleyball player.
You can say that again, Caden. that is what Fredericks brings to the table. I don't think we've maybe seen that, as consistently as we saw it from like a Sierra Berg, but that's the difference with Fredericks only being a sophomore this year. I think over the next few years you're going to see a lot more of that from Fredericks.
Yeah, absolutely. The height, the athleticism, I mean, it really makes for a good combination.
Quick set, ball blocked at the line by Fredericks. And then it's sent over again. Payne is there to receive, set by Straub. Fredericks, that ball tipped. Klosterman got it, but it goes off the rafters and takes an awkward bounce. So an unfortunate series of events that time for Wahpeton.
Natalie Heinrich kind of seems to be a senior leader here at the serving position. I mean, both runs, both in Game 2 and here in Game 3, have come when she's serving the volleyball.
Yeah, she's certainly impressed in that department, as this one's a deep ball from Heinrich. Pithy was there. And then the spike attempt will go out of bounds, make that an 8-point lead for Shanley. Here's the set now, and the spike coming from Klosterman. Straub sets for Fredericks. Fredericks taps it over. Good save by Klosterman, and a miscommunication by Wahpeton will make that a kill for the Deacons.
Yeah, 16-7 here for Shanley as Wahpeton takes a timeout.
And that's probably a good use of a timeout here, Caden. Now down 9 points. Shanley really went on a run, and it was a little deceptive. It kind of snuck up on them here. It started with just a few points, and then they really just kind of took off.
Yeah, and that's kind of what that Shanley team can do to you. I mean, with the size, speed. I mean, it just takes a couple lacks of focus, would you,
right,
for the defense, and Shanley can kind of take advantage of that.
Some mental lapses. That's what we've seen from Wahpeton on a couple plays here. The other thing that impresses me about Shanley, and that I think has really led to a lot of their success here, is the chemistry. They seem to be playing with, some very good chemistry, very good communication. And they've been like that since the start of the season, but I think we've really seen that team chemistry improve as the year has gone on. They've definitely ironed out some issues they had earlier on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you look at these girls both on the volleyball court and off the volleyball court there. I mean, they're just good friends there for each other, and I mean, the team chemistry that way I think can really help them perform. Natalie Heinrich still serving here for the Deacons.
Again, 16-7 the score, coming out of that Wahpeton timeout. Pithy receives, Klosterman sets, Amble on the outside, that ball into the net, point for the Deacons. Deep ball from Heinrich, Pithy takes it, Klosterman puts it up, and then the tap over by Zahn, great save by Riley Payne. Ball up in the air, Klosterman sets again. Zahn on the outside, Manuel there for Shanley. Straub gonna set it up the gut. Now here's Payne, Pithy with a good save for Wahpeton. Klosterman back to Zahn. Zahn pushes it over off the antenna. That'll be Shanley point.
Deacons now up by 11.
They just need 7 points to close out game number 3 and finish this one off. Low ball from Heinrich, kept alive by Amble. Manuel receives. Straub gonna set it up for Fredericks. Tipped at the line. Pithy is back there. Amble able to get that one over to Meyer, and a huge kill there from Hannah Meyer. That really helps to stop the bleeding here for Wahpeton. It ends the run for Shanley, but a lot of damage was done there.
Sam Pithy serving.
Low ball from Pithy. Manuel takes it. Straub puts it up. Here's Payne now looking for the kill, and she'll get it.
Kill by Riley Payne. Point Deacons. Kate Olsen checking back in.
Olsen going to check back in now for Shanley. And Caden, you'll notice, aside from 2 injured girls on the bench there for Shanley, they have used everybody they dressed here tonight. And that, again, really speaks to their depth, as Straub will put this one a little long.
Yeah, indubitably, Jed. I mean, the Deacons here, they have a lot of depth, young talent, and the Wahpeton Huskies here, they're playing with a lot of energy. They obviously traveled for this game and don't really want to go home in just 3.
As Fredericks will tap that one over to make it 20-9.
Grace Meyer back in for the Deacons.
Payne is back to serve now. Deacons need only 5 to win this one. Big serve there from Payne. Here's a set by Zahn. Amble with the spike. Heinrich tried to keep it alive. She could not, though, as it was headed out of bounds off her hand.
Substitution for the Huskies. Number 15, Kylie Storl. Number 11, Ashley Gilbertson.
Storrow and Gilbertson back in here for Wahpeton. Deep serve. Heinrich going to take it. Stroup has to run to get there. And now Meyer will send it over. Here's the set, and then the spike from Storrow. Whistle, though, and I think a violation against the Deacons before that one even landed.
Yeah, that'll make it a 9-point game here for Wahpeton as Kylie Storrow is still back to serve.
Meyer takes that one. Stroup will set. Here's a spike from Olsen. She's able to find the spot. Got that one in there and get the kill.
Point Deacons, Haley Kleiman checking in. Megan Matheson checking
Kleiman and Matheson now in for Shanley. Amble in for Wahpeton.
Haley Kleiman serving.
Kleiman is back to serve. Shanley needs only 4 to close this one out. Deep serve by Kleiman. Pithy takes it. Klosterman sets. Gilbertson spikes. Great defensive play by Giach. Meyer spikes into the net, though. Kleiman will set it up, and Stroup will send it over. Too strong, though, that time. So it's a 9-point game once again. Another substitution here as LaHaze will come in.
Serving will be number 7, Ellie LaHaze.
And LaHaze will serve for Wahpeton. Serve from LaHaze, taken by Meyer. Stroup gonna set it up. Here comes Meyer looking for the kill. Floated one over there. Klosterman sets up for Gilbertson. That one blocked at the line, and it'll be a point for the Deacons. And actually, I don't even think Matheson had to touch that one, Caden. It was a little low, and I think the net wound up sending that one back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just another fundamental mistake for the Huskies as the Deacons are only 3 points away from taking the match with Olivia Manuel back to serve.
Here's the lefty now. That ball taken by Amble, put up by Klosterman. The spike saved barely by Giach. Manuel got a hand on it, but couldn't keep it alive much longer.
I mean, the Huskies are staying in it. Maybe a little too late, though, here for Wahpeton.
Right, they're down 9 points right now. Shanley needs just 3 to end it, but you never know. We've seen them go on some pretty big runs. That's not the way you want to do it, though, as that ball's going to go into the net. 23-13 now.
Haley Giach serving.
Deacons 2 points away. Giach back to serve. Low ball. Set from Klosterman. Just a little tap over by Meyer. Payne saves it. Stroup will set. Payne sends it over. There's Amble. Payne tried to get the kill, but it goes into the net.
Yeah. I mean, Wahpeton, they're hanging in it. You got to give them credit.
Absolutely. Doing a great job of hanging around. You know, a lot of teams in this situation with the other team knocking on the door like this, you know, it can be hard to try and keep up your energy and keep up that compete level, but that's not been the case for Wahpeton. I've been very impressed with the way that they've played here down the stretch.
I mean, we talk about, you know, the senior leadership here for the Deacons, but only 2 seniors on the floor. I mean, also shows their young talent. And as Wahpeton scores that point, and I guess now they're within 8.
Yeah, 8-point game now. Zark is back serving. Kleiman takes it. Stroup will set. There's the spike from Matheson and the kill.
That's a nice play.
Fredericks and Heinrich will check in for Shanley. This will be game point, match point.
Heinrich will serve. Natalie Heinrich serving match point.
Match point here for the Deacons.
Heinrich serving. Pithy takes it. Klosterman will set. And that one just not going to go for Wahpeton. Unfortunate break there for the Huskies. There's a little miscommunication. Ends this one. An impressive win, though, for Shanley. 3 sets to none.
Yeah, I mean, coming off the sweep against Cheyenne on Tuesday, the Deacons responded and had a sweep of their own in the other direction here against Wahpeton here tonight.
Picked up some points and sent a message to the rest of the conference. Folks, before we go, don't forget, We will be bringing tomorrow's football game to you. Check out Caden Kuhneman in that one. Shanley takes on Watford City at 6 o'clock. That's an early start for homecoming, so it'll be 6 o'clock. For tonight, though, for Caden Kuhneman and for our entire crew, I'm Jed Thomas. Your final score from Fargo: Shanley Deacons 3, Wahpeton Huskies 0. To watch the archived version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to ShanleyTV.com. The proceeding has been a presentation of Shanley TV.